Hello, this is One Black British Woman's Voice, and today I want to ask the question, where do racists get their energy from? After the recent attacks in New Zealand where a white homicidal chimp, and I'm going to call him a chimp because naturally he's lost the privilege of being referred to as a human being, and I'm not going to say his name on this vlog, strapped a gun to himself and shot up a mosque, killing 50 kneeling and praying people, one including a doe-eyed baby boy by the name of Makar Ibrahim. And I was left with one question, where do racists get their energy from? I mean, like all human beings, I too can become angry about things. But what tends to temper that anger is a combination of logic and carrying out everyday tasks and chores during the course of my day. And by that, what I mean is when I wake up, I have breakfast, I meet friends, I laugh, I get on with life. And the course of life often takes the edge off what makes you angry and leaves behind the important things that should justifiably make you angry. So despite harboring some anger about some things, and that anger being deep and militant, never in my life have I contained the energy to pick up a weapon and murder a large group of people. Slap a racist, yes. Call the police pigs on them, yes, you've got to use that tactic against them, but never kill. However, racists are a different species. I mean, yes, I know all human beings are the same species, but let's just agree that racists are a different species. I mean, they've got a messed up brain chemistry at the very least. Racists could have the busiest day of their lives or have 1,000 logical arguments against their hate, but they still remain energized by a battery that decent human beings don't have. Their energy isn't just motivated by red-hot narcissism, but it's also powered by a red-hot gangrenous energy that inspires them to go out and wage war on humanity like a syphilitic asteroid heading at high speed towards the planet of its choice. Delusionally armed with the misconception that a skin colour that makes them prone to skin cancer somehow makes them superior, they huddle together in disgruntled groups and bark to anyone that will listen that we are superior, but my superiority. And to cement this delusional claim, they vomit the name of God here, there and everywhere by way of gaslighting the populace with the propaganda that this assertion is somehow religiously mandated. However, despite these reasons giving me an idea of where their mental ill lies come from, I'm still baffled as to where these people get their supersonic energy to dictate and violate people from. Where do you get the energy to wake up in the morning, have breakfast and collect your friends, go out and find a human being, kidnap them and lynch them? Where do these pythons get the energy to segregate a human? Where do they get the energy to withhold jobs and opportunities, to create whole pseudosciences with which to denigrate a human? To take a gun and walk into a church and a mosque to massacre a group of human beings? I was once told that fundamental opinions are either driven by logic or by emotions. For instance, sexism is supposedly driven by logic, so a man will assert that a woman is inferior or rather weaker because she has less muscle mass, so she can't pick up heavy objects or punch another man in the face. But racism is motivated by emotions, so it's racist emotions which are supposedly telling them that a non-white is inferior because their irrational emotions are telling them so. Thinking about this also, anger is also an emotion that can erupt from a bedrock of fear, and we all know that racists see what they did to the Native Americans and the Aborigines and have a deep fear of karmic retribution. So maybe that's where these chimps are so driven, because the emotional heart is stronger than the mind, and we all know that it's easier to change your mind than it is to have a change of heart. But then that begs the question, what created such a depraved heart? Do any feminists have any idea? Anyway, all that aside, however, whatever it is that generates that energy, we can all agree on one thing. It's going to get cold. This is One Black British Woman's Voice. I'm out.